Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 13, Sisterhood of the Traveling Beefs. Karen is... I was doing so good. I was doing so good. Karen is packing for a girls' trip to Mexico. She and Ashley are hosting a girls' trip. It's Ashley's birthday. It actually turning 34. I said, ain't no way in hell I'm older than this lady. But I guess so. Not by that much though. I'll be turning 35 this month. J23 to be exact. J23. Anyway, they're packing for the trip. Everybody is invited. You know, everybody's invited. Ashley and Karen are gonna go ahead of everybody to make sure everybody get the same room. Won't be no special rooms for nobody. Everybody's gonna get the same room. Wendy is gonna also go early with them. You know, they know she ain't really getting along with everybody. Although she and Candace are friends, so I don't. Either way, she went on early with Karen and Ashley. Okay, Giselle, she is going home from a biopsy. She has to get a hysterectomy. She has fibroids. Kudos to her for opening up and being a human being for once and showing us something other than the bullshit she shows us on a regular. You know how hard it was to muster up some care? It was real hard. Girl, you should have led with this type of stuff. Then maybe the more people would empathize with you. I'm just sitting there like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. Because then she moved right on to the mess. Because that's what she here for, the mess. She had to give us a little human, real reality TV moment. And then we move on to the bullshit. But she was visibly shook, you know, from the experience. It was all over her face. She was trying not to cry, all that fidgeting with the hat and all of that nervousness, girl. You can be a human being. You ain't got to be a robot. Damn. Anyway, she and Robin commiserate because she's on the phone with Robin, by the way. Robin also has had to, you know, do something like this. She had to have a biopsy done after an abnormal pap smear. So she understands. She got her girl. Giselle is worried about scheduling this surgery, you know, because the summer's coming up. She wants to take the girls to Martha's Vineyard. And so she's good to travel to the girls trip, but she got to make sure she scheduled that surgery strategically so she doesn't mess up her Martha's Vineyard trip. So they changed the subject to Karen's live, and they both found it odd. You know, it was all over the place. They're confused. They hate on it, of course. Giselle doesn't like the fact that Charisse wasn't invited. It's like, that lady does not have to invite anybody that she doesn't mess with. Like, I don't like her. Why would you think that I'm going to invite her? She left her off on purpose. Duh. That's what it means when I don't invite you. I didn't invite you on purpose. It's always on purpose when you don't invite somebody. It's on purpose. What is wrong with these people? Like, they really, like, at every turn. Why didn't Charisse get an invitation? Karen didn't invite Charisse. Because she don't gotta. Dang. Anyway. Charisse does send a picture to the group chat. The video, I mean, of Karen and Mia, you know, having themselves a time at the bar. Mia's breasts are out and so are Karen's. And they feel like she did it, you know, Karen might feel like she did it because she didn't get invited. All of that mess. You know, that just leads to revenge porn, right? Like, ain't that what that is when you send out people's nudes after they make you angry? That better not be what Charisse was on. Because, girl, you too old to be getting messed up food up with some charges like that. Like, what? Come on. Be careful. Be careful out here, because y'all because what was that to do in the first place? Like, why you send that to the group? Why? Normally you got a video on your phone of some compromising situation with your friend. You send it to that friend, not the entire friend group. Anyway, Giselle demands answers. She want to know what's going on. It'll be interesting to see Karen and Sharice interact on this trip. She gonna get to the bottom of it with her nosy ass. Robin and the family sit and play in our face, play in these camera folks' face, playing in everybody's face. They sit up as a family this time and play. We gonna talk about the boys, and talking about planning this wedding. They got somebody coming over to play again. He gonna get the measurements of the boys, for a tuxedo. One of the boys is like, for real? Oh, I thought there wasn't gonna be a wedding. I was cracking up because same, nephew, same. We don't see it. We don't see it for no wedding. But okay, girl. The man come over. She said, before the man come over, she has to reiterate that nobody's invited, not even the grandparents. The grandparents who have been the most supportive of y'all's foolishness for some odd years. They can't come to the pretend wedding. Not even them. They really rooting for you. Anyway, they trying to figure out a location. The boys say, let's go to Jamaica. She say, maybe not that far. Let's maybe think Chesapeake Bay. No, we don't want to go there either. The tailor comes over. He got to pretend like, this is going to actually happen. So he goes through the motions. She don't even know what she wearing. So I might wear white. Girl. The tailor asks about a date, and she say, July. 40 days away, y'all. Robin, girl, you play all day. Oh, you play so much. Anyway, Mia, she playing on the computer too. Everybody playing today. She playing tap, tap, tap on the computer, writing on her Post-its like she booked and busy, like she working. Girl, okay. Gordon G, babe. Okay, come on in here. She needs him. The kids have a function at the school and she needs him to be there. And he's like, I'll sit in the car in the parking lot. And she's like, no, I need you to be there. I'm going on a trip with the girls. Anyway, girl. She mentions that Jacqueline is a bit perturbed with her right now because Jacqueline didn't secure a sitter for her as well as her kids. I mean, which is true. Like, why would I be securing your sitter when I need to secure my own sitter for the trip? But they've used the same nanny for I don't know how many years it's been, but every so often, Jacqueline allows her to drop, Mia allows Jacqueline to drop her kids off at her house with hers, because the nanny is Jacqueline's sister. So I wouldn't even be calling her. I'd be calling. No. But I still would just be calling my sister, sis, I'm going to be dropping mine off too. I'll slide you a little something. I don't need to check with Mia. You the nanny. You the one doing the job. I need to make sure it's okay with you. Nah, you need to make sure it's okay with Mia too, because that's Mia's house. They be coming to Mia's house. Now, if it was another central location, then Mia wouldn't have a leg to stand on with this argument. But she kind of got a point. She kind of got a point. Don't be thinking I'm supposed to make sure that the nanny is watching your kids too. Why you ain't call your own sister to make sure that she could watch your kids? What's happening here? Y'all can see it's too much. It's too much closeness. It's too much codependency. Too much codependency. Okay, Ashley's birthday trip. Karen, Ashley, and Wendy arrive. And the rest of the ladies, they're headed to the airport. The resort is nice. It's a nice resort. Ashley, of course, she's excited about her trip. She normally is somewhere else anyway for her birthday. Normally she's with Michael. This time she's with the girls. So, I mean, I guess. Ashley always be throwing in her little tidbits of facts of Ashley, and I just be like, we don't care. Is it just me? Just me? Hands. Anybody that don't care about Ashley and her quirks and what makes her tick. Girl. Anyway, on the plane, Mia and Jacqueline get into it over, what I was just saying. Over that whole the kids situation, who got the kids and all of that. Mia say she ain't responsible for Jacqueline's kids. Jacqueline say, listen, it takes a village, all of that, etc., etc. They at odds. They got into it on the plane. Ashley and them over there at the resort. Ashley got everybody vibrators, and she can't wait to hand them out. They got everybody a little small gift, which is real old school. Like that's old school Real Housewives. Atlanta, they did it. That's the thing. You go on a trip, you leave a little something in the room, for your guests when you're the host. And so that's what they did. They were, putting together the little gift bags. Ashley forgot a unique gift for Sharice, and Karen is like, no worries, I mean, when we was cool, she liked champagne, so you got a little champagne bottle, put that in there, And that was nice of Karen. Karen could have been like, I don't know what to tell you. Karen could have been like, I don't know what to tell you, girl. I ain't running to the store for it, so I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, on the Sprinter, Mia, she's still trying to ice her friend out. She's still being mean to her. Robin brings up Karen and Sharice saying, it'll be interesting to see them interact. They always bringing them up. For what? Just for what? For what? She don't like her. She don't like her. They're not going to interact. Well, at least that's what we thought. Do they ever? Anyway, Sharice is saying Karen told Mia that she brought a dark cloud over the group when she started coming back round. Giselle thinks that, all of that. Yeah, we're going to address that. We need to address that. Girl, you just want to be involved. They get there, and the first stop is the Amber Room. There's a surprise for Ashley. It's a little surprise, get together, kickback. At the function, Mia's still being mean. She's still being mean and passive aggressive towards Jacqueline. And Jacqueline is trying to explain what happened on the plane and all of that. And then Mia blurts out, well, we fight all the time. It's really nothing. Don't pay us no mind. Jacqueline, it's the catty back and forth at first, And then Jacqueline tells her, I don't know. I think she just needs some dick. I think my friend just needs some dick. And then Mia's like, oh, really? You want to talk about dicks? You want to talk about all the dicks you want? Do we want to talk about it? Do we want to go there? And she was like, Mia tells her, you feeling yourself too much, girl. You feeling yourself a little bit too much. I need you to back down. And then Jacqueline says, no, you need to back down. And she tells her that Mia says, okay, well, you close your legs to marry men, bitch. Jacqueline stands up. I'm fucking done with you. You're the devil. You sold your soul to the devil. She went in. Basically, she's saying, you done sold me out in front of all these folk. This is the Atlanta breakdown. You done sold me out in front of all these folk. You done, basically blasted me in front of all these people in front of capacity for a check, just so you can be in the in crowd. Just done threw me under the bus. You fake. That's Jacqueline's standpoint on it. You fake. Like I can only take so much. I was cool with getting on here and trying to create some little storyline about us maybe having threesomes, alluding to stuff. I was cool with doing that, but now you out here trying to make it seem like I'm sleeping with your husband and she ain't with it. Jacqueline said, I ain't never slept with Gordon. I would never do you like that. Everybody in the room is like, she ain't say nothing about that. Either Jacqueline, you telling on yourself, you getting ahead, or you don't like the road she was trying to go down. You ain't going down that road with her. It's either or. Because, girl, she did not say nothing about Gordon. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. She crying and carrying on. Candace goes over to Mia like, girl, go talk to your friend. Take your friend outside. She's crying. Mia like, I don't give a F her. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going out there. Wendy goes over there and she consoles the poor girl because she was really crying. Like really breaking down. And Mia wasn't moved at all. She wasn't moved at all. They decided to table the topic. Okay, we need to go on out here and do the next thing. So they go out there, you know, they got to get their chakras cleansed. It's a shaman out there waiting on them. He's out there with the sage, you know, he's out there getting it cleansed. I feel like we overdo this on reality TV now. Can we stop doing this on the trips? Like, we always doing this on the trips. We're going to go out here. We're going to cleanse. We're going to cleanse our chakras. We're going to cleanse. We're just going to leave it all out. We're going to burn. We're going to burn it. Enough. Because y'all ain't really doing that to cleanse nothing. Y'all not doing it to cleanse nothing because you going to be back on the same BS as soon as you get back to the States. Stop going around here and booking this stuff. Booking these people. And you ain't for real. So I'm tired of them. I really am. They always doing that. It's overdone. It's overdone. Just like the booze trolley thing, you know, riding a bike and you can drink at the same time riding through the city. We done with that too. We done with that. We done seen that enough. Anyway, they all go to their rooms to change for dinner. When they sit down for dinner, you know, we got to pry into Giselle's business because somebody saw her out on a date. She's like, oh, yeah, I was on a date. She dating some man she done known for forever. She done had him in the friend zone forever. He ain't never left. He ain't never left her side. Always been right there in her back pocket. His name is Steve, and so she been dating Steve. You know, I guess it's cool. It's cool. It's cool for what it is. Whatever, child. We'll never see Steve again, I guess. Because, I mean, the minute she mentions somebody, that be that. That be that. Anyway, the rest of the ladies, they, you know, start to trickle in and everybody ordering their drinks, getting appetizers, doing the small talk. You know, everything is good for right now. The morale is cool. Giselle makes a confession that she shared with Karen, you know, that Sharice posted the video in the group because she didn't get invited to the live show. And Sharice says, you know, that's not totally true. That's not why. I don't care about not being invited. Did I post it knowing that Karen would be upset about it? Yeah, maybe. And then Karen chimes in. She wasn't upset. You know, she's saying, I wasn't upset about that picture. Why not just send it to me? Why not send it to me? We could laugh about it, have a key about it, and we could have moved on. But you decided to send it to the group, you know, because you're begging. You're begging to be my friend. And then you go and do stuff like this. And Sharice is like, nah, it's not even about being friends. Like, I would rather you just be woman enough to flat out say, you don't want to be my friend, instead of going to everyone else and telling everybody else. And Karen says, excuse me, nobody's talked about your ass in years. And don't question my womanhood. Sharice brings up her divorce and saying, you know, like, where were you? Like, I was dealing with a divorce, you know, I was dealing with the loss. She was dealing with the loss of her father, and Karen was nowhere to be found. And Karen was like, no, you tell him what I did. You tell him what I did. What did you do, Karen? I sent a text. Because that's all I had for you. Because she, too, was dealing with the loss of her parents. And, you know, and Sharice says, and the difference is, I drove to your mother's funeral. And she said, you came to my mama's funeral, you know, under false pretenses. You wasn't trying to show up for me and my mama. You was coming for a moment because you needed an in in the group. And Sharice's like, I don't need no in the group. You need an in the group. And you're not going to use my mother for it. Then it goes left, y'all. It just completely goes left. Karen said that lady was not coming from a good place. And she said, you will keep what you gonna do. What you will do is keep my mother's name out your mouth. Teresa's like, I never said anything about your mama. You gonna keep my mama's name out your mouth. Sharice say, I ain't talking about your mama. You gonna keep my mama's name out your mouth. Don't talk about her funeral. Don't be bringing up my mama's situation. This is not your end to the group. It's not your end to the group. What you will not do is talk about my mother. I was confusion, y'all. Complete confusion. What is happening here, Karen? Karen, y'all know Karen like to reach for the stars. She like to do it too. She really likes to do that too sometimes, you know, like really play it up. Like when she said Giselle was wishing death on Ray. Now, ain't nobody said that. Or when she went to producers on Candace saying that Candace was wishing death on her when Candace told her to go to hell. She be reaching. I think in this instance, she be reaching. Now, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Like, you trying to garner some type of sympathy, you know, like we share some type of trauma bond, and you're trying to play that up, you know, to carry a storyline forward for yourself. But no, not on my mama's funeral's bike. No. So I get both sides. I get why Sharice would be blindsided, like, what the hell are you talking about? And I also get why Karen, you know, can see it that way, can see her coming like that. Because why wouldn't Sharice move like that? For whatever reason, her being on the show by way of Giselle or Ashley or Mia or the rest of them, like, I don't know. I guess the final straw is if she can film with Karen. I don't know, because it's like, otherwise, Sharice, let it go. If it's not about being back into the group and, you know, that sort of thing, you know, and not feeling awkward when you are amongst the group as a whole. Because, I mean, I guess that's what it is. Karen be making her feel awkward when she is around the group, which is why she's ready to get back in a good place with Karen. I don't know. Or she just wants to create conflict with Karen so she can stay in the group. I don't know. You just never know with these shows. I don't know. It was good and entertaining. I will say that. Giselle talking about she don't get this geriatric argument. And I was thinking, geriatric? Hey, Pot, what's up? That's Kettle them. Girl, what? You 57 years old talking about somebody else geriatric. Them people may be 4, 5 years older than her, if that. If that. You are not about to act like you Candace and Ashley over here, Giselle. We not doing that. We not playing around like you was born in the 80s. We not doing it. We not even playing around like you was born in the 70s. We not doing it. We are not about to play that game today. So don't be calling nobody else geriatric, girl, when you coming around the corner. You finna spin the block, girl, so don't even play. I couldn't believe her. I was like, the nerve. Anyway, that's where we to be continued. So I'll see you guys later. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.